41 minutes past the hour. High Tech Tuesday on the morning show. Dustin Rivest from App Innovators joining us. And Dustin, you have brought a guest in. First, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Don't mean to sound rude. You brought a guest in with us. Tell us who you have.
I did. App Innovators just finished up a project called Tobi, and I brought in its owner, Matthew Dutton, and we're going to go over it a little bit today. It's a really cool app. It's going to help a lot of people. So we're just trying to get the word out. We just launched it.
Matthew, I asked you before, it has been said for generations that necessity is the mother of invention. So how'd this come about?
Absolutely. Well, thanks for having me, Preston. Tobi was actually created because of my own health sort of story. I'm an only child, came to Tallahassee for college from Pensacola. Had some medical issues while I was in school and sort of had to get plugged in with some doctors here and back home, back in Pensacola, and needed a way of sort of keeping track of all the things that I had to do to stay healthy. Well, as I have gotten older and my parents have gotten older, they're having some of the health challenges of their own. Being an only child, I want to be plugged into what's going on with them on a day-to-day basis. So Tobi was really a way that we could partner in all of the sort of health information that we keep track of already on our phones. It's a way that I can see what's going on with mom and dad, making sure that they're taking their meds, doing the vital stats that they need to do, those kinds of things, just to sort of make sure that I'm plugged in, and as a support network anyway, that I'm using every tool that's available to me to make sure that I can be a good son, I guess,
Folks, if you want to learn more about the specific app, you just go to poweredbytobi, Tobi.com. Dustin, what intrigued you about this project?
It was cool. The fact that you have a caregiver model that allows you to look after somebody is really interesting. It's an interesting concept. Most of the time when you go to the doctor, if you go with your kids or your family members or even yourself, the doctor always asks you, so how you been feeling? How you been feeling is really relative, to what you can actually remember. And so, normally, I've been good. You think in the last few days, or I haven't been doing too well. It's always the last few days. It's not, weeks leading up to that. And so with Tobi, it allows you to keep track of, your medicine that you're taking, checking your weight, your insulin levels, when you're taking your insulin, or your sugar levels and stuff like that. Or if you're just even working out and you want to take certain, fitness supplements, you can do that as well. And so when you go to the doctor, you can open up your app and show him a graph, and it shows the results over a course of time, so he can actually get a better picture of how you've been feeling. Now, all of this is self-reported, so it's not integrated with any of these smart home technologies yet, or smart devices like your Apple Watch. It'll send you notifications on your Apple Watch to say, hey, don't forget you need to check your blood pressure. Hey, don't forget to take your heart rate and things like that. And so it'll constantly remind you and ask you, have you taken this? Yes? Well, what was the information you gathered from that? And so you're constantly putting in information into this app. So eventually you can turn around and show the doctor, or loved ones can keep check on how you've been.
Matthew, I'm curious, did you show this in any stage to medical professionals? And what's their reaction been?
I have some friends that I have that are in the medical community, and we're kind of mirroring what's going on with electronic health records and things like that. The issue that you'll find is that for every doctor, there's a different version online for what they want to do and what they want to keep track of, and a lot of times there's not a lot of communication back and forth.
But for example, if you walked in and you said, hey, here's some information on how my mom's been doing, I would think they would find that helpful.
They would find that helpful, especially when they get adapted to it, where they can sort of trust that what they, it's not a clinical setting that all these numbers were taken, but having a complete record of what their patient looks like, it's like having a movie instead of having a snapshot. You get a more complete picture of what was going on there.
Good stuff. Matthew, good to meet you. Thanks for coming by for a few minutes.
Preston.
Dustin, as always, good to see you.
As well.
And to the Facebook community, toodles. The website, again, poweredbytobi, Tobi.com, if you want to learn more about this. You might find that interesting. And more high tech next week on the morning show. 46 minutes past the hour.